Hello everyone, this is MF217 and joining me are...
Mm, we will announce ourselves.
Now, I mean, are you guys going to introduce yourself for the typical video greeting and all that?
Well, I
Oh, I'm
am.
suffering.
Okay, who goes first? Power, me or you?
I already said it. I'm suffering.
Okay,
Um...
go there. I am
Hold up.
Pizzaman.
We apparently have the wrong memory card in here. Um... Uh... Well, we are back and we have the proper memory card in this time, so... Needless to say, we are more or less...
Ready?
Um... Let me just check one thing. Yeah, I figured as much.
Fine.
This guy could take a few hits, but only take, really.
Right now, I'm just looking around here real quick on this particular end.
Fine.
Kind of wondering what's all in these little spots I can just have Tricky dig up now that I've been back here and able to have Tricky accompany me and all that.
Wow, it really is like Zelda.
Yeah, kinda, not quite entirely, if anything.
Yeah, it also has Star Fox elements. I know there are ships and all. Also, I don't know if who the final boss is counts as a Zelda element, also known as having the plot hijacked by an older villain.
Basically, yeah. And I'm apparently having a weird case of muscle memory on my end, because I apparently forgot the button layouts I'd set for this game, even though I've been playing this for so long that
There's something near.
I'm surprised I'd forgotten about what I had set everything to in the first place.
Same, I don't know the game inside out. I could help you.
Yeah, I can imagine that and all that, but
I'm stuck.
But yeah, what are the common things you see people put up a fuss about when it comes to this game, if anything?
Hmm. To be honest, comments about this game, it some people don't really like it, others do. It's a base breaking game.
That is pretty much accurate in that part, if anything.
And some of the haters just wanted to see the original Dinosaur Planet, really.
Honestly, even if the original Dinosaur Planet got finished and completed as it was originally intended, honestly, the merge of Star Fox only made a lot more sense in hindsight with what we know more about the original game now. And that it was basically a variation of what Star Fox's setting was, with more emphasis on magic as opposed to technology in that regard. Like, in hindsight, there wasn't really all that much different as everyone made it out to be initially. Like,
there is also that the dinosaur planet idea probably got more popularity because it ended up as a Star Fox game.
Where did
Be-
Tricky go?
Having a Brad helps.
Tricky, you... Yeah, it's probably waiting for me on the other side here, because obvious reasons and all that.
Okay, Tricky. You stay here, I'll go search down there.
But I need to help my mom.
And you will
Please
be
take
by
the stairs.
staying out there.
Okay, Fox, but hurry up. My mom looked real bad.
But yeah, Tricky obviously is not going to be able to help you out here, if anything, so...
Yeah.
Like, and also you can tell there's a new spell for the staff we're about to get.
Yeah, I also can see that full damage tickles a bit.
Man, I am really off my A game at this moment today. Not sure what mental efficiency I'm running at today compared to the Banjo-Kazooie Let's Play, but definitely kinda weird considering I've been feeling perpetually scatterbrained the past few days of not weak.
Probably 80% if you're running off of muscle memory.
That's being a little bit generous, but oh well.
It would make sense.
Joy, honestly, I would have preferred that Fox still had the frickin' sword he had in the leaked build, if anything, as opposed to having Crystal Staff outright. Like, I don't know, the idea of him having a magic sword honestly feels more intimidating than Crystal Staff in that regard.
Yeah, magic swords are always helpful. Even in science fiction, really. If you remember the Mortis Arc Marty,
What?
the dagger of Mortis was superior to even the lightsabers.
Like, there's a reason I typically kinda hate it when people just rely only on the technological ranged weapons, as opposed to taking advantage of good old melee and all that. Like, I feel like you're missing out if you're only using the guns and all that when compared to what other weapons exist in that setting, you know?
Yeah. I also am a fan of melee combat. Of course, that doesn't mean that if your primary weapon is a bow, you can throw hands with brutes.
Yeah, I'm aware of how that whole primary stuff tends to work, so...
And I say that because I had...
And even then, isn't there something in, like, a lot of various games and all that where people have typically used their guns as a makeshift melee weapon or whatever?
Fallout 4 comes to mind for that.
The enemies do that a lot in Turok Evolution, I know, but the player themselves can't do that aside from the war axe they have by comparison.
Yeah. The example I was thinking about was closer to Starfleet. That Starfleet.
Wait, Mike
Well-
and Starfleet?
Yes. Because there the archer decided to... was fighting a Kung Fu master and decided to just punch him.
Ah, a lantern to light your way. Good. Yes, very
Really?
good. Good, good, excellent.
And now we're at the actual depths of the Thorntail Well and all that, and where exactly we need to be for the white grub tubs in order to cure the sickness of Tricky's mom and all that, so, aka Queen Earthwalker, but you get the point. Just having a quick sweep around this room just in case I missed anything.
I think a mushroom is coming after you, or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's due to an emulation glitch or whatever, but this area is a lot more brightly lit than it should be, I believe. Or the fact that maybe it's because of the fact Fox is still lit up, even if the dark area is dark and all that. Like, I don't know how much of that is deliberate choice or...
Well, I would say that at least being able to see yourself makes things a bit easier. I can already tell those bats were annoying.
Yeah, and I'm kinda not in the mood to just get KO'd when traditionally the only times I've been KO'd in this game were the final boss and never through regular main gameplay and all that, so...
Yeah. Who is in the mood to get KO'd in any game? In 64, death was pretty punishing. Being reverted to the single laser, the few bombs. But okay, it's manageable most of the time. And there is Star Wolf and Venom. Better beat them first try.
Now that we got what we came for, we naturally head this way.
Are these mushrooms killable?
The red ones, they can be stunned briefly if you know how to do it, but typically they don't do as much damage to really warrant me trying to do it, trying to KO them for a bit just to pass by freely and all.
Yeah, that damage dealt to you, it was a slap in the wrist really. I can't even perfectly do the Zelda sound effect in case you solve the puzzle. I wish I could really, because it fits. I'm pretty sure they are only training in durability.
Thank you, Fox. Thank you for saving my son and for saving me.
Okay, enough of the thanks. Now I need some help from you. Can you just tell me what's going on?
This is all the work of General Scales. He is the ruler of the Sharpclaw tribe, a nasty bunch of pirates who have always wanted to rule Dinosaur Planet. We have always been able to stop his attacks. But this time, he somehow become stronger and defeated our army at the Krazoa Palace.
Right, a bad guy. But how did the planet get in such a mess?
Within the Krazoa Palace, he broke the seals of the Force Point temples.
I'm listening.
This planet is rich with a magical force. A force so strong that it is continually pushing our world apart. To stop this, 4 spellstones were placed inside the Force Point temples.
Okay, that's a bit weird, but I understand.
With the seals broken, Scales entered the temples and removed the spellstones. With nothing to hold back the magic force, the planet was torn apart.
At last, it all makes sense. So, the bad guy takes the spellstones, your planet falls apart, and I've got to find the spellstones and bring them back to the Force Point temples.
See, Mom? I told you he was good. Star Fox, yeah.
My son will remain with you.
You gotta love how,
Dinosaur of
how
noble
Fox's
birth can
snark
breathe
can
life
show
into
in
the
this game and all that, you know?
What? That's okay, but don't you
Yeah.
think he's a bit young? I mean, it's gonna be
Just
very
listen to
dangerous.
this.
Loads of bad guys, fighting, death.
He knows the planet well, and I'm sure he's shown you his sidekick skills.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Come on, Fox. We'll make a great team.
Okay, but if you mess up just once, I'll send you straight back to Mommy.
Okay, yeah.
Good. Now, our spies have indicated that Scales was last seen in Dark Ice Mines. I know the gatekeeper, Garunda Tay, a son.
I am pretty sure Fox does forgive minor
Go
screw-ups,
back to the Snowhorn Wastes and find him.
Got it.
especially when
And Fox,
the team member in question is very useful the other half of the time.
Not to mention just how impatient Fox's body language can imply he's getting about this weird place and all that, you know?
Yeah, I would say he is a bit out of character, which is why I just mentioned.
He's actually kind of more in character than you might give him credit for. Because honestly,
Yeah.
I typically tend to feel that the way he's handled here after the 8-some years it's been since the Lilac Wars and all that, I feel like this is pretty in character for him to begin to be growing out of his youthful phase, of anything, so...
Oh, okay.
Like,
I
probably
wanted to-
developed the Starkier attitude, obviously, but he's not
Yeah,
as
forgive
young
me.
as he was in the Lilac Wars and all that. So he was like 18 or something when the Lilac Wars began, which was the events of Star Fox 64. But then between that game and this game, 8 years have passed. So take 18 plus 8, and you get 26.
Which is actually my current real-life age, so I'm as old as Fox in this game.
I'm actually older than Fox in this game in this case. I'm 27, turning 28 in May.
How old is he again?
The game is like 20s. I can't remember exactly how old it is at this point in terms of the actual release date, but
Stay.
Which one, 64?
this one actually.
Approximately as old as me.
Well, I mean, the leak demo, the leak build we got from 2000 is, well, 2000 obviously, so. Like, obviously, I don't have to tell you that the leak build we got from the year 2000 and all is from this game. In terms of its overall production, literally is as old as it's made out to be and all that. So,
Oh, it came out 20 years ago.
in terms of the final
Yeah, I would
build,
say-
or
It released in 2002.
what point in 2002?
I would say that
September to November, depending on region.
What about the US in this regard?
They got it 4 days before Japan did.
Considering the developer was frickin' Rare in this case, I am not even remotely surprised at that.
So September 23rd.
Like, again, considering the developer was none other than Rare, I cannot really blame them for the fact that the Japanese release was later than normal, I guess.
Fine.
I would say that one of the reasons this game is underrated is the shift of the gameplay from what's in all other games to this. The thing is, this is not an Hatchet Bolt, really.
Honestly,
least
the idea of a mission like this happening in Fox's universe and all that makes perhaps a little too much sense, considering it's not just about vehicle combat in terms of what makes a good mercenary team and all that. It also requires a good amount of on-foot skill as well, so you get to not only see Fox in his prime in the R-Wing and Star Fox 64, but we also get to see him on land and actually demonstrate why he's as good as he is, and adapting the situations accordingly as quickly as he does in this game, especially.
Also, it helps him be more accurate in Smash.
More accurate than what?
Than if he had just used a ship. And so, his abilities on the ground were from thin air. Also, unlike Natchet Bolt, I would say that at least here there is no LOG to insult the heroes at violence all the time.
Perhaps the young prince can help you. Hurry, boy.
And whom you would want to shut up, but he can't.
Well, I mean, I kinda have to focus on a rather somewhat intense part of the early game here.
Yeah.
Because while Tricky has to give those frost weeds to Grundate there, I have to basically keep the sharp claw off his frickin' back.
Fine.
Well, the audio got a little choppy there.
We're we're dealing with an intensive amount of a blizzard of a lag here, if anything, so...
Fine. Fine.
Now there's only one more Frost Weed he has to give to Granite and all that if he can manage it. Oh, here we go.
Ah, the young prince. Who is this with you?
This is
I could have sworn I did something to the configurations which fixed the lag overall, but
behind you.
now it's gotten back to a really bad point, especially compared to what the initial episodes of this Let's Play was quite comparison.
Archive's mine.
Well,
I mean,
spells.
how intensive is this game on resources?
Not all that much compared to what my computer can handle, if anything.
It is mine to
It's just uncharacteristically laggy compared to other games I have on Dolphin to begin with, so...
Well, then again, there are things that the emulator can't do that the console does perfectly, and that's why it's probably lagging a bit. It has to compensate.
I was a gatekeeper. He gave me an ultimatum. Allow him to take the spellstone back into the sacred land, or he would destroy my tribe. I could not risk the safety of the entire planet, so I refused to help. My daughter did not think this way. And so, to save the tribe, she opened the gateway herself. Scales did not destroy my tribe. He enslaved them instead.
If she only knew how much he really fights.
My daughter
What?
dishonored me.
If his daughter, I say, knew how much
The spellstone
of a fighter Scales is.
Archive's mine, and return it to the volcano
Actually, I think
temple.
he is a bit more competent story-wise than gameplay-wise.
Power be returned.
Yeah, story-wise, it is admittedly a little bit dumbed down from what Dinosaur Planet would have been, but even then, it's more competent about what it is so far, considering Dinosaur Planet is currently being decompiled extensively before work can be done to make its leaked build and all that into a much more playable state, if anything, so...
And didn't you say that they need to decompile every single fucking file that exists?
Oh yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Down to the last fucking blade of grass?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That'll be a long goddamn time.
Those things always irritate the ever-living frick out of me, if anything. Now, in case you're wondering, what the heck am I doing that's all the way over here, if anything?
I suppose you wait until thereafter it is his destination.
Show me 20 scarabs, and I'll give you a cheap token.
Joy, that is about all we can effectively do here for the time being.
I'm stuck. Stay.
It kinda really reminds me of Ocarina of Time.
What?
I said it kinda reminds me a little of Ocarina of Time.
What do you mean about time?
Ocarina of Time, the Zelda
Oh,
game.
Ocarina of Time. Right, right. Like, what about it?
Though the swears are a bit closer to Banjo, really.
Kinda both, if anything, maybe. I don't know.
Specifically, Clanger's Cavern.
Fly through 3 gold rings to open the gatekeeper's force field.
No, this is the Star Fox I remember. I thought it needed only 3 rings.
It did it, Fox! The force field is down! Safe to the land! Slip
Maybe it was 3 golden rings at least.
I need at least 3 gold rings in order to get through the force field. I got a perfect 10.
Yeah.
Don't you need a perfect 10 for the last level?
For Dragon Rock, yeah, but that's only for Dragon Rock.
Oh, there it takes a perfect 10. That sounds much harder. What's the difference between normal and purple soldiers?
Normal and what?
The difference between these guys and the orange guys.
The blue ones are more adept for snowy areas, if anything. The orange ones are just generic for just about every other location.
Oh, so they're basically like the snow troopers.
In a sense, yeah.
Fine.
Because I see they are just as tough as the others.
Shackle key.
Da 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 da. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Thank you for releasing me. If you're heading down into the mine, then please look out for Belina Tay, the gatekeeper's daughter. She didn't mean to get us into this mess by telling Scales about the Spellstone. She did what she thought was right. Please help her.
Okay, lady. I'll keep a lookout for her.
This might be of use to you. I found it while I was working. It looked important, so I hid it from the sharp claws.
And now I wonder how's game setting in the Lilac Wars would be with this gameplay.
The Lilac Wars with Star Fox 64. Why?
Yeah, I said imagine with this gameplay.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine.
I am pretty sure one or two bosses do work on foot. For example, Granka.
Ever in your debt. I
Maybe
see
then
a little
it could
friend
put up a
has
fight
yet to
even.
learn his flame command.
I wouldn't know, unfortunately, if anything.
Yeah.
Go on, youngster. Give it
And
a go.
Wolf would be a pretty good mirror match. Again.
If I wasn't so exhausted, I could help you through the main gates. I need some food.
And I think I'm gonna call it an episode for today, if anything. Like, I'm just glad it didn't crash on me in the middle of recording all that. So anything to say before we end the episode here, or whatever?
I fucking hate allergies.
Is that why you weren't commentating all that much?
Yeah, still having to deal with the fucking eye.
What about you, Pan?
As for me, we'll say this game looks very interesting.
Yeah, it does. And with that said, this has been MF217, and thank you in advance for watching, and we'll see you next time.